Alright guys, so I was just editing the vlog for Vidcon this year, and I just realised that it's pretty much exactly the same as last year's. Let me tell you why. What's up guys, it's Alex, and recently I went to Vidcon Australia. So in today's video I want to tell you guys a little bit about it. Let's jump right in. Alright guys, so this is my second time at Vidcon Australia, and really the experience as a whole was quite similar to the first time, which is a good and bad thing. But before I get into talking about VidCon and the Australian creator community and all of that sort of stuff, let's jump into the vlog.
What are you doing?
What am I doing? I just told you what I'm doing. I'm in my happy place reading memes. Vlog! Do your thing.
Fine, let's do this. What's up guys, it's Alex, and today we are in Melbourne City in the bottom of Australia for one very specific thing, which is VidCon Australia, which is actually right across the window from me, and you can kind of see it. Just down.
Helicopter!
Oh, he missed! He missed! No? Oh my god, that is terrifying. Anyway, why don't you ever want to be in my videos?
Because I don't like myself on camera.
That has nothing to do with me then.
No.
Oh, here I was thinking you just didn't like me.
Why would I come to Melbourne with you if I didn't like you?
I assumed your parents were forcing you.
Yeah, they paid me $50 for it.
Yep, see, I knew it. Anyway.
You can still ride.
Stop. Okay, you're quiet now. Anyway, we are in... Anyway, we are in Melbourne for VidCon Australia. Yesterday, we got here about 7:55 in the morning, and we kind of walked around the city for a little bit, and then we had the opening show at, I think it was like 7 o'clock last night, and that was pretty cool. Lots of big creators coming out on stage, just doing some bunch of fun stuff for the kids that were there. And that's about it so far. We came home, slept in this hotel room, which is actually really, really nice. They just upgraded it. It's right on the water, which is really cool. And now we're going to go across and go to a few kind of, what are they? The things where the people sit there, Kayla. Panels. We're going to go to a few panels. So the first one is with Grace Helbig and Hank Green, which I'm really looking forward to because I like those two, and we saw them last year and that was really, really cool. I've already caught up with a few creators that I know from Brisbane that have come down as well for VidCon, and I'm waiting to catch up with a few that I know from Melbourne that live here that I'm going to go catch up with as well, which is going to be awesome. We're going to head over now, I think. Kayla.
What?
Get up.
No!
We're leaving.
No. Good job. No.
Why do we turn into goblins?
I'm standing. I'm an alien wearing a human skin. Damn it! It took too long.
Sorry.
I blame you.
Oh, quick, down over this side. This one?
You remembered this time. Well done.
Do you think elevators are awkward?
Yes and no.
Tell me why.
It depends on who
Too
you're
late.
with. Yeah,
You should just you should start your own channel doing like commentary of my vlogs.
That would be brutal, and I'm sorry.
It's like director's commentary.
That'd be the worst.
Like we just never see you, and it's just your voiceover, and the channel is nothing but my videos and your voiceover on them.
Me just being incredibly critical.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, we went and saw Hank Green and Grace Helbig this morning, who are two of my favourite creators here, and they were really, really cool. And what did they talk about, Kayla? I forgot already.
Stuff!
I don't know, it was chill, and we kind of noticed there is a big difference between the stuff that's here for creators and the stuff that's here for the community and the fans, and I quite like going to the creator stuff a lot more because the audience is generally a lot more chilled, everyone's on the same page, there's no screaming children over someone walking on stage, which I think is where I'd rather be. So really, the main difference between this year's and last year's Vidcon was really that I knew some people this year. I actually made an effort throughout the year to go and meet other Brisbane creators and other people who are doing the same thing as me. So I did the Brisbane YouTuber meetup, which you guys saw on this channel. And I also got in contact with a few other YouTubers and kind of made some friends, which I was really happy with. And it also meant that when I went to Vidcon, all of those people were there too, so I actually knew some people. Whereas last year I didn't know anyone and I was kind of just walking around with my one friend that I had there, and that was it. In terms of all of the big kind of featured creators that were there, a lot of the panels that I went to were very similar to last year's. I didn't really get much more than I did from last year. So I think it's kind of one of those things that if you go once, you've kind of seen it. But that, you know, they may change it next year. I also noticed it was a lot quieter this year. There were nowhere near as many people. Even though they had more panels and things this year, they actually had an opening show and a closing show, whereas last year they had just kind of a show in the middle on the Saturday night. That was interesting. But both of those shows were actually way quieter than the one show that they had last year. So I'm not sure what that's all about, whether it's just kind of a thing where all the people who went last year didn't decide to go this year, or if it just, there weren't enough big creators invited. But yeah, it's interesting. I think in the future I'll probably still go to Vidcon and check those things out, but I just won't expect as much as I did this year. I kind of went into it expecting something even bigger than what last year's was, and it wasn't. And I was kind of left a little bit disappointed, but that's okay. I think I'm going to have to try and go to some things in the US and in Canada, and go to some of the things like South by Southwest and Vid Summit and a few of those. There's lots of other big events for creators that are out there that I think might better suit me than Vidcon. I really do think Vidcon is definitely more targeted at the community side of it rather than the creators, so the fans. I think they really do target the kids with Vidcon, trying to get them all in to watch their favorite creators, which is fair enough, but I don't think there was enough there for the creators. I think the fact that they kind of split in half the featured creators and then the rest of the creators, so really none of the other creators had access to like the Facebook and Instagram lounges or anything like that. I think that was a bit odd, but I mean it also all makes sense, so I don't know why I thought differently, but I just thought I'd put it out there, and I want to know if any of you guys had any thoughts on Vidcon. But yeah, I think that's all I had to say. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button down below. And if you have gone to Vidcon, or if you went last year, or if you went this year, make sure you leave a comment. Tell me what you think of Vidcon as a whole, and whether you think it's a good thing or a bad thing, or if you enjoy it, or if you hate it, or just, yeah, I'm going to stop talking now. If you want more videos like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And until next time, guys, I will talk to you all later. Bye. That worked.